Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to this episode of The World Around Us. In this episode, we're going to use Google Sheets to create a data table. We're going to create a data table for some sort of an experiment that has 3 trials and 3 data collection points, 3 objects that are collecting data. In this case, it's Bob, Mary, and Cameron. And we're going to fill in the data table, these 9 cells. What we want to do is average those. And so let's start off with some data. We'll have Bob's trial 1. He'll have, let's say, 2, 2.1, and let's say 1.9. And then we'll go down to Mary. And Mary starts, let's say Mary starts with 1.8, and then we get a 3, and then we get, let's say, 2.4. And then Cameron will say starts off with 3.1, and then we're just making up numbers here. How about 1.9 and how about 2.3? All right, we could add these up on a calculator, not so hard. We could add these up. Now, if you had hundreds and hundreds, the same technique is going to work. You could add up on a calculator and divide by 100. That would be a lot of adding. 3 is not so bad, but just so that we can discover the power of spreadsheet. So what we want to do is go into the cell where we want the average displayed. We're going to hit the equal sign. Now, Google Sheets is guessing that I want an average of those numbers. And so I can just hit that button, and then when I hit return, it's going to put the average in there. And sure enough, that is the average of those numbers. Now, if I wanted to actually type the formula, if for some reason Google guessed wrong, and maybe Google was going to try to do the sum of those numbers, so I would just type the equal sign, and then I type the word average, AVERAGE, open parentheses, and then I can go and highlight the numbers that I want, hit close parentheses, and hit return. One of the things that Google will allow you to do, you can copy a formula, copy and paste, just as if you were doing any other kind of copy and pasting. All right, now let's say we want to average the column here. The same thing is going to work that worked on the rows. We just do equal, and it's guessing I want average, and it's guessing I want the average of the column, and it does. In fact, that is what I want. Now, I can do something that some people may not know. I can grab this and drag it across into those cells, and now it copies that formula. So just like we cut and pasted, we can just drag and add that formula to all of those cells simultaneously. All right, so now we have the average of each column and the average of each row. Now, let's say we wanted to make sure that our math is right. First I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these cells here, and I'm going to put the fourth gray on those. Grab these and put the fourth gray on those. All right, so those are our average columns. And now here we're going to put the average of the averages. So I want mathematically, the average of everything should be the average of the averages. So we're just going to check that real quick. So I'll hit equal, and it's going to average the column for me. Hit return. Now, if I want to check and make sure that the rows average into the same thing, I'm just going to skip over here. This is just scratch work. I just want to double check my math. Equal, average, AVERAGE, open parentheses, and grab those 3 cells, hit the close parentheses, and hit return. And so the average of the rows and the average of the columns is the same. One other thing that I'm not sure that everyone knows that you can do, equal, average, AVERAGE, open parentheses, you can grab the 9 from the columns and rows simultaneously, close parentheses, hit return, and we get the same number. So this is how we can use Google Sheets to create a data table. We can do sum or average very, very quickly with these things, and if we wanted, we could do other statistical things on it as well. But just for grabbing a real quick, simple average, and now these numbers are very unwieldy, they're very unpretty. You can select the whole sheet, and you can go to format, and you can go to number, and you can pick 2 decimal places, and it will reformat everything into 2 decimal places. Voila, a very nice looking spreadsheet with 3 trials, 3 rows. That is all for this episode of The World Around Us. Thank you for watching. Please use this technique when you're creating data tables. This is what spreadsheets are for. It's not just to make pretty tables. It is to do pretty tables and powerful math. So learn these techniques, use these techniques, and enjoy the power of computing and all that. All right, let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, question, or a suggestion down in the comments, questions section. That is all. We'll see you in the next episode. Hi, I'm Bill Snodgrass. Welcome to this world of